hello to everybody. Hold
Hello,
on.
everyone.
So will you introduce the the live stream, while I get ready? I accidentally pressed go live. So everybody, this is Amy Muchko from Happy Medium Review, and I'm Jim Byron, and we're going to discuss aspects of revolutionary lyricism.
Wow. And one thing that I want to expound upon is what's one more bomb. We did Tugboat, or Sail Into the Wind and Tugboat yesterday, and that will be coming out. So we'll post it. But right now, I feel like with some of the fireworks still going on and pets and maybe even veterans being a little disoriented by other people with trauma responses being activated by these voices. I also read and people were traumatized by something they witnessed last night when I was checking around to see how things were in the community here, even small.
Have you heard my song Trees, Moses, and the Buddha?
Yes, I would love to hear it live because it's been a while. And I have to revisit many songs many times.
What?
I have to revisit many songs many times to truly remember and understand all of them. That takes time. So hear it now.
I think I'm gonna play Trees, Moses, and the Buddha.
That sounds perfect right now.
All right. My mind's full of poison from seeing the news. I wanna walk into the horizon till I wear out my shoes. My dreams are darkened by the images I see. So I wanna walk into the vestiges where the land is ruled by trees. And I've been thinking about Moses parting that sea to escape Pharaoh, set his people free. And the path emerged there in the divide, long enough to get them to the other side. Trees must be lightened, cut them down. They don't get to fighting. Trees get turned into guitars that get played by bards. Show us what we are. What would the Buddha say in these times? Listen all the way to the sublime, to dispel the illusion of our hate that puts the fools on to think it could make them great. We have the right to say, we have to say, or to be silent. Poetry does pray for all trees would be okay.
Right. Hello, everyone. It's so much love, everyone. Peace. Peace. Thank
We
you for
see you
being
in
here.
the comments right now. Shout out to Helena Martinez or Helena Martinez. It's very good to see you. Thank you for joining us. We do talk to chat in here, so if we could get some W's in the chat, that'd be pretty
What is W? I don't know all the lingo these days. W, what is
W
it?
in the chat.
I'll have to look
That
it
means
up.
like win. W means win.
Oh, I see. Oh, the winds.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for the compliment. I agree that Jim Byron is an amazing singer and songwriter. And
So do
yes,
you guys want to hear another song?
of course, lay down.
This one was written by Murphy Campbell. And I don't know, we said we were going to talk about aspects of revolutionary lyricism. Do you think there's anything revolutionary about the song I just played, Trees, Moses,
Very
and the Buddha?
in a peaceful warrior sort of way, yes. And it also, I think of a line from a song, "Road as I Am" by Damian Marley and Nas, where they say, "Revolutionary warfare, strategic with our minds and our spirits in this revolution." And that we got to remember when they say they're flooding the zone. The zone is our brain. It's your brain. This is your brain, your mind. What we consume affects us. And so here we are making beautiful content and positive. That's important. Refuel yourself and re-energize. So be at peace with yourself. There's all beauty in the world. Right.
So, have you heard the artist Murphy Campbell, Amy?
I have not. I would love to though.
She is an artist who does like traditional like Appalachian bluegrass music from South Carolina, and she's pretty incredible and amazing. And this is one of her songs that is almost like a Romeo and Juliet type story, but is based on a real indigenous Native American story or myth or something that actually happened in the past,
I
and
love Did You
about the tale of
Look
the Toe River.
at
I'll
the
let
River?
the lyrics speak for themselves, but I'll just say that it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. She fell for a man by the waterway, but when his hand she asked him to stay. She wanted to be that young man's bride, but her father said, "That's an enemy of mine." So she waited for him by the riverbed, while her father sent men to take his head. Then she saw him across the waterway, paddling his boat, begging her to come away. Where have you gone? Where do you go? I'll take you across that old toe. The water's cold, the valley's steep. I'm just glad my lover's here with me. They made it across that mountainside. And from every corner, the men did arrive. So she took her love, and to him she said, only in death will we ever get to wed. They stood upon that rocky shelf, and hand in hand they threw themselves. And it is in the bottom of the earth, so that they both lay in their final love and hope. Where have they gone? Where did they go? They lay on the bottom of that old Esther.
Wow. Wow, for many reasons. It reminds me of a song you actually wrote about, is it called Jeremiah Walker? Am I wrong? I know there was another song that I want.
Jeremiah. I have a song called Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. I know it's a lot to ask to follow Jeremiah with that song, but I feel like it has a similar message. And what it is it's about how American history has gray areas that we don't often focus on collectively and teach, like, in classroom. Let's say you gotta kind of like read between the lines and do your own studying to get there. But it
Yeah.
shows your words have shown that you've done that.
What
And
did you
it's
think of the guitar on that last one? What were your
like on
thoughts?
beautiful. Like I want to know when it was written. Was before John after Johnny Cash in that context? But it has that very old vibe to it.
Yeah, thank
Almost
you. So let's talk about how these two songs that we just played could be seen as having revolutionary aspects. So first I played, what did I play first?
well. The first one was I should know, but I am a little engrossed in the music. So um, sorry, Jim. I
You
don't
don't
mean to be like
remember?
I should remember. I was very engaged in the song. So was
Well, I
it
know I just played Estito by Murphy Campbell.
right? Or was
I
it one
think
of
it's
your?
almost kind of like one of those, Romeo and Juliet is kind of a revolutionary story showing that like there's some kind of like when you have rival families like that, there could always be
Bad blood,
two people in them that fall in love, and that
right?
could, and who knows what that could do to change the course of history.
Or even remembering those stories because they exist, even if they're not like, that's not critical race theory at that point. History, story, your point of view, your perspective, which is rather important to the say evolutionary in that aspect. Because it's just, another thing I like, you can always like tell um, when Shakespeare is taught their own version of trace the plot that Shakespeare can't.
We have
You
to
see what?
remember that first song I played. Oh, Trees, Moses, and the Buddha.
Yeah, I was very hypnotized by it, but it was very beautiful, and I would
Let's
like to
try to
remember.
play a song that's more clearly revolutionary.
Well, I think they both are, and for their own reasons, But at the same time, yes,
I
I
don't
think the
know.
third.
I don't know if I would count those as like truly like revolutionary songs. But how about
What do
we
you think?
got one that's a little bit more like plain in its revolutionary nature.
I agree. Like a lot
All right. I am much of a fan of the 4th of July and all the explosions that light up the sky. So go ahead, call me unpatriotic. Perpetual warfare is idiotic. The bombs they did fall. Start World War III. Seems to be an occurrence that happens yearly. So what's one more bomb? What's one more war? The old rich man decided what we're in for. Some claim it's higher dimensional chess to bring hell on earth's a great way to invest our country's future, not for you and me. It's some lofty objective of society. The bombs they did fall to start World War III seems to be an occurrence that happens yearly. So what's one more bomb? What's one more war? The old rich man decided what we're in for. What a sad excuse for a nation we are. We're in destruction, we're rich, but in medicine poor. You want to heal the sick? Well, take out a loan. Or join the military for a job bringing ruin. The bombs they did fall to start World War III. Being an occurrence that happens yearly. So what's one more bomb? What's one more war? The old rich man decided what we're in for. My neighbor prayed that the bombs they would drop. The others praying that they would just stop. They both got family on the other side. The world that to me we both did confide. The bombs they did fall to start World War III seems to be an occurrence that happens yearly. So what's one more bomb? What's one more war? Oh no. The old rich man decided it's what we're in for.
beautiful. And I can't love that song enough, to be honest with you, because it encapsulates like everything that I would like to say, even without being angry about it. And that's what I really love about it. I find myself becoming very angry about these things, and to hear something so heartfelt and beautiful that has solutions that isn't angry is very encouraging to my spirit.
Thank you.
I give a shout out to people who have served this country as activists. I support and so I have a question with me at a later time. I want to know which person you mean here because I'm non-binary as well, even though I get confused and glitched out sometimes about that. So no offense at all. Just go ahead. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
All right, I guess I'm in the right tune now. So, what are aspects of revolutionary lyrics, Amy?
Things that leave a lasting impact on how things are done in this day and age. I would say people like Bob Dylan and John Lennon and David Bowie have certainly paved the way for even Robert Smith from The Cure.
Sam
For
Cooke
people,
too.
well, many people before that, even Leadbelly. Let's go all the way back. You know what I mean? To the real roots
Leadbelly
of.
came up with the word woke. That's attributed to him.
Well, there we go. If you take nothing else from this message today, lead belly. When you say woke, you are woke if you know that was lead belly. And don't go there. Because if you don't love music, you don't love lead belly, right? You don't get to love music without having some like
Are you the
acknowledgement where it's
gatekeeper of who gets to love music?
somewhat in that sense. You know, when it comes to someone who would have contributed much to our culture, we're not going to obscure or erase their existence
Who's this
from that.
guy? Aspirin?
Well, they asked if
OMG, are
are
you
you
a
a,
guy? Oh
and I
man.
asked which one of us. I mean, am I supposed to be insulted if I was mistaken for the wrong
Who's this
gender?
guy talking to? This guy isn't using
Here,
regular
Jim.
language.
But can you not tell which one of us is a guy? You know, like, and what do you mean by a guy? What kind of like a guy? That's kind of a vague, odd
I'm a
term, but
guy, all right? Yeah, I'm a guy.
a guy. You know,
I'm a
a
guy.
guy, a guy.
Well, how about I play a song that I wrote in preparation for a revolution to come?
Yes, let's do it.
You know the shifting of the tides?
Oh yes, and I would love to hear it live right now.
All right. I'm going to start over. Marching protesters fill the roads, picket signs line the streets in rows. We are taking back the land that has been stolen, declaring that the jig is up. For now we have had enough. Yes, the people are demanding revolution. Like the morning sun glides, you are now on the rise. And we're gonna be putting it all in. Oh, it's shifting up the tides. Let them shift, let them shift. Oh. Like the seas bound to transform, the nation too can be reborn. The moon is always moving across the sky. And as life keeps moving down the line, even mountains keep moving on in time. Change seems to be the only constant. Men and insects build their empires. The sun explodes, furious fires. Hear the call of people taking back their own land. Oh, it's shifting up the tides. Let them shift, let them shift. Oh, it's shifting up the tides. Let them shift, shift. Oh. So let the cheating politicians scramble as the vigil holders light their candles, praying outdoors beneath the twilight moon glow, reclaiming the broad boulevards beneath the eyes of countless stars will bear witness to the pangs of evolution. Crowds gather large all over the land to make the whole world understand we are much greater than the few fools who wish to rule us. Oh, it's the shifting of the tides. Let them shift, let them shift. Oh, it's shifting of the tides. Let them shift, let them shift.
All right, I'm gonna say this right off the top. First of all, is that on "Sail into the Wind"?
No,
No, it's on its own. Its own album, right?
it's from. I
Shifting
wrote that song in 2011.
2011. What I'd like to say about it is my therapist heard you, Dr. Tom Fish heard you, is that they're another Dylan. And I would have to agree. Like Dylan would be proud. And one thing I'd like to say about that is they Dr. Tom Fish still remembers where they were the first time they heard Idiot Win and Hurricane in the 1960s. And what's important to me and to Dr. Tom, I believe Jim Byron is to be a voice for the voiceless and to speak their piece when you have a powerful voice. And you have celebrity, to use that because fame and popularity are not necessarily the same thing, right? And maybe what Bob Dylan
Have you
did at
heard
the
my song "Daddy Ain't Coming Home Tonight"?
is no, but is that another war that song that would be against war?
It's against the abduction of innocent people in the name of immigration and customs enforcement.
Yeah, we should talk about that too because that's happening right now, and
Yeah, talk about it.
because they deserve to have a voice, and I love migrant workers and understand what they contribute to our society and our country on a large scale global level. And whether or not Trump supporters do that or not, it's you'll find out once you remove them what happens. And we're not going to wait till that happens. We're not. Without speaking,
Yeah, so this song is called "Daddy Ain't Coming Home Tonight," and I was actually in the hospital a little while back, and I was watching some YouTube videos, and as usual, I was keeping up with the news that was going on. I heard about the big debacle that was going on in LA. You know, right now it's July 2025, and last June, I believe it was, there was a pretty intense, I guess they call them riots or something. That's usually what they call them when they try to discredit
protest.
what's actually going on. Like the police were being very violent towards peaceful protesters. There was protesters going on because of the ICE raids. Yeah.
There will continue to be protests as long as whoever you are out there illegally pretending to be border control when you are not qualified to do so. That is not okay.
What do you mean? Who are you talking to?
I'm like I keep like the people. I don't know if you've watched this, but there are like kind of in facto like people who are serving to remove people from their homes in LA and in California at this time. And I've seen a lot on the Majority Report with Sam and Emma are very openly keep people appraised of the situation. And the Majority Report will even encourage you to send food to the protesters however you can. So, I mean, it is a lot to take in, but it's important to know what's happening in this moment to the migrant workers so we can show up and maybe even send them food. You know?
Yeah, well, let's try to I'll do one more song, and then we can talk more about it, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. We'll
Right.
we'll end it at 40 minutes.
All right.
All right. All right. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. That don't mean he don't love us. People in the law got into fight. The law believes that it's above us. Daddy's a good man. The law don't understand what it means to be a free country. But it has its place. Child, you know, Daddy, he adores us. They locked him up for not letting in the lawyer. He didn't get a writ of habeas corpus. Even without proof, they would just deport us. Daddy's a good man. The law don't understand what it means to be a free country, but it has its place. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. Mama's here to tuck you in, alright. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. That don't mean he ain't with us. America is bigger than this fight. Daddy's in the hands of good old Jesus. Daddy's a good man. Well, I don't understand what it means to be a free country, but it has its place. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. Daddy ain't coming home tonight. He's looking upon us through the light.
Yes. Well, that is one of the most empathetic pieces of writing I've ever heard, and I have to say, that it's very heartfelt and beautiful.
I
It
think
is.
one aspect of writing revolutionary lyrics is actually talking about real life events. There's so much that goes into actually shedding light on real life events that are important and affect history. And even just like sharing your passion about it could be a revolutionary act, right?
So much that's empathy and in action because a lot of the stories I've heard are based on true stories, and I would go through the trouble of going through the pain to listen to some of these stories or be challenged by them just because they are someone's story. And it's worth hearing for that reason, you know? And that's how the child feels, whoever is grabbing their daddy out of a car or whoever you are, you know? You're often masked, and all like reveals your identity, although the average law-abiding citizen cannot do so. So you understand what I'm saying, right, Jim Byron?
Sure. Anyways,
So
well, I think we should probably start wrapping it up. So, thank you for joining, Amy from Happy Medium Review. Everybody, go check out Happy Medium Review's channel. They will start posting soon, and they have a playlist with all of our conversations that they're building over there. So that's where that will be. Amy, do you have any final thoughts before we sign out?
to a negative angle, but what I do want to say is I am glad to hear
Hold
that
on.
child.
Can you keep talking? I have
Yes,
to go for a little
I'm just
bit.
very
Just talk
grateful
to
and
the audience, okay? I'll be right back.
thankful that my voice is not the only voice out here for the voiceless. Sometimes we make the mistake of thinking that the onus is all on us, but each of us has to do our part, whatever that might look like for us. And sometimes that's sending pizza to the protesters who are defending the migrant workers. And it's not an angry place I'm speaking from, it's a compassionate, empathetic place, which sometimes can be painful. Like, you know, Kurt Cobain talked about how it could be very painful to feel other people's pain and how it can almost make you grumpy. But I'm not here being a curmudgeon, but some of these problems are not going to make us comfortable to deal with. But we still need to step outside of our comfort zone and face the music. And enjoy the music while you're there as well, please, by all means. Now that Jim Byron is not on camera, this is what I'm truly getting at. And to be a voice for the voiceless, sometimes it's going to be painful to hear, tell, or listen even to their stories. But they're still relevant and pertinent and important to be remembered as part of the fabric of our not only our history but the whole world, the whole universe, perhaps. You know,
Hey, should I play one more song, Amy?
of course, let's wrap it up on a good note with a good note.
All right, I'll play Sparrows in the City.
Wonderful.
Do you know that one already?
No, and I haven't heard that one, to be honest.
Okay, here we go. Sparrows in the city fly around singing pretty. They don't need no money. They live on bread and melody. Singers on the sidewalk, hoping for some good luck. Passers-by walk the beat and lay dollars at their feet. Bees in the petals bring their queen nectar. The beekeeper takes the honey and sells it for money, and he hands a jar to me. I put some in my tea. The taste is so sweet. I drink it neath the tree.
And I love it because it reminds me of a teaching of Jesus Christ, which teachings of Jesus truly have resonated with me since childhood, and how the sparrows, the sparrows feed the sparrows. But once I was at Chipotle and the birds were eating the rice that was falling from my burrito from the ground, and I realized even it was cooked rice, so it was safe. But even they eat the scraps from the table, you know. And so remember where we are, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I feel like that song has a revolutionary vibe is almost because it's kind of like this weird, like, observation of society in different species, almost, you know?
You know they flourish by the grace that the universe provides alone.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful message to remember and really know in your heart is true. And like I said, I saw when the sparrows ate the rice from the scraps that were dropping from people's crumbs. They'll eat how they can, right? That's beautiful in a good way.
Well,
So
hey, well, thank you so much for coming on, Amy. It's always a pleasure. And
no,
hopefully, we stayed on topic enough for the title of this video, but I
great
guess
job with.
I guess we tried, you know what I mean? We made the attempt.
There was no trying, as Yoda said. There's just doing, and here we are doing it. You know.
Sure. That's up
See
to
you later.
the commenters to decide though. All right, Amy, thank you. So long.